On today's Freelance Marketing Ninja Show, we are going to talk about organic marketing on Facebook, what's worked for me in the past, what hasn't worked. And I am really kind of excited to talk about this topic. So let's go ahead, get started right now. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode number 30. Episode number 30 of the Freelance Marketing Ninja Show. Yes, every day for a month, I've come up with something else to talk about on a Facebook Live. I don't know how I do it. Sometimes I rack my brain, but there's always something else to talk about, right? And that's pretty much true for anything, but it's definitely true for affiliate marketing, for freelance marketing. And today, I wanted to talk about some organic strategies that I've used on Facebook. I have seen many people use organic strategies really terribly on Facebook. Not so much with affiliates, but I spent some time in the coaching niche and definitely saw a lot of people doing it what I consider to be the wrong way, or doing it ineffectively, doing a lot of work that was ineffective. So I want to just jump into the presentation I've built for you, and let's walk through that. All right, organic strategies. So, and this is as it relates to Facebook in particular, because that's the only place I've really used all of the techniques that I'm going to talk about, and it may be the only place you can really do it because of all the different features that Facebook has. But very first thing is hugely important. You need to know who your target customer is. A few episodes ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I talked about your customer avatar. Well, you may want to add a little bit to this for the purposes of organic marketing, especially if you use instant messenger, which I'm going to talk about instant messenger, just because you want to understand a psychological profile a little bit. Common interests. You want to be able to have authentic conversations with these people, and you want to make sure you have some common interests and things that you can really talk about if you're going to get into Messenger. So really know and understand your target customer, understand their pain points, understand where they probably are, where they're trying to go, and that's going to make it so that you don't have a lot of conversations that aren't worth your time. Number two, you can use your Facebook profile as a funnel. I don't have mine completely built out for this, but I can show you some of the places in your Facebook profile that you can actually describe your offer. You can put your link, you can put sales copy about your offer, and yeah. The first place is actually your profile banner, right? So, you want to make sure that everything on here is readable, is legible, both on a desktop computer and on mobile, right? So you want to make it really clear who you are, what you do. Again, I'm making it really clear that I'm an affiliate marketer trying to go from employee to entrepreneur. One thing that works really well is to describe the transformation that you can offer, or the benefit that somebody can have with working with you. Be as specific as possible. But You can describe that. You can also put on your profile on this background photo, you can put a link to click here for more information, or click here to join the group, or click here to do whatever action you want them to take. Because when they click, actually on the banner, you have description text that describes the action you want them to take and why they should take it. So you can hyperlink to your offer in here. You can hyperlink to your group. You can hyperlink to your business page, whatever, wherever you want people to go. And then you can write copy. I copied this out of a funnel that I'm writing, but yeah, you can. I'm going to probably shorten this as I start to work on my profile for organic purposes. But yeah, you could definitely describe why people should work with you and what they need to understand, how you help them, and then give them an opportunity to click and work with you. Um, Generally speaking, I haven't had any business come out of the profile funnel. I know that people with groups have had maybe some success with this, but as people are checking you out, they're going to read this. They might click and read this to get an idea of who you are and if you can help them. You also want to say who you are, maybe show some of your personality in the intro. I like to make sure that my profile looks good both on mobile and on desktop, because you're going to have both kinds of users. Fill out your about section, particularly like you have. Let's see here. The details about you. This is another place you could actually you could throw in a link here. You can fill out this bio, just help people understand who you are. People who are checking you out, trying to figure out if you can help them, may actually click into here and read this. The biggest thing, though, is your content. The posts that you share on your page, make sure that those communicate who you are, right? Communicate how you help people. Don't make it all about selling, though, all the time. You should mix in some personal posts. You should show some of your personality, show that you're actually a real person and not a sales robot. Um, the other thing you can do too is you can take your top post. If you click on these three dots right here, you can pin that post to the top. Yeah, I've done that before. I've done that before, and just to describe who I am, who I work with, and pasted links or pasted calls to action in there. That pinned post will get a lot of engagement, because as people come to visit your page, everybody sees that over a period of a long time. That post will tend to get a lot of engagement, which is going to help the algorithm and drive people back to you. So that should also be a very important post, is that top post. So very important to describe who you are, make it clear who you are, make your personality clear. And then, yeah, some of them can promote your offer. So that's just exactly what I said, right? Now you're ready to start engaging with people once your profile is built out. So you can start actually selling in Messenger, right? So this gives you an opportunity to sell one-to-one with somebody. A lot of the digital marketing that we do through funnels or through email is one-to-many. You can't narrow the conversation down to one person's needs and what they need like you can in a one-on-one conversation. So you can have a lot higher conversion rates with with an instant messenger or a direct conversation, or like a phone conversation, for example. So this is what's worked for me, right? If I am going to start up a conversation with anybody, I check out their profile first. I might spend 30 seconds or a minute just determining, A, is this my target customer? Is this somebody I can help? And is this somebody that I can have a decent conversation with? Just based off of what they're sharing in their profile, check out their posts. maybe look at some of their pictures really quickly, maybe just scan through their bio and who they are. Because if there's nothing there to talk about, chances are your instant messenger conversation isn't going to be very good. You can find your target customer, especially if you have a lot of your target kind of customer as your friends already. You will start to get suggested friends from Facebook that look kind of like the people who are your friends or who are connected with them. So you can look. I've done a lot of prospecting in the suggested friends and even in common groups where somebody has joined a group that shows that they're interested in your niche or your particular type of offer. Um, sometimes I might reach out to people in groups. Usually I don't do that. If I reach out to somebody because I found them in a group, I never will tell them in the messenger conversation that's where I found them. That some group owners don't like that. They don't like that you found a prospect in their group. So you want to make sure that you're engaging with them on what's on their page, and then that conversation just doesn't usually even come up. However, sometimes you will start to engage with people in a group. You might make a post in a group to add some value. They might make a post. You might find you talking with each other in the comments, and that's just a natural outgrowth sometimes to ask if, hey, can I direct message you and start a conversation that way. So that's also usually pretty cool. All right. So once you get into the conversation, what doesn't work, what never has ever worked, is blasting out, writing, writing out your copy and just kind of blasting that out blindly through Messenger to people, first of all, who aren't necessarily your ideal customer, but people that you haven't built any kind of rapport or trust with. That usually doesn't work well to just say, hey, I joined my group. Hey, this is how I help people. Click this link. Hey, this is how I help people. Would you like to get on a call? Almost never works. In fact, as soon as I start to see those messages, because I've received a lot of them, I just ignore those ones. I don't even engage those people anymore. I don't even pretend to. 95% of the time, they're a virtual assistant anyway. They're not even the person that you're trying to reach out to if you're working with businesses or coaches. Start the conversation based off of something that's on their profile. So make sure it's something that you're really interested or passionate about. If you can, it's going to be a much better conversation, something that you've learned from them on their profile, right? So that's highly suggested. Uh, Work on that conversation for a while. Don't just jump in right away and go for the sale. Don't jump in right away and try to propose a call to action until there's actually a little bit of rapport built, right? And that might take a couple, three, four times going back and forth with somebody to even really make sure that that person's engaged, that they like you, that they're interested in you. Um, Once you get there, though, then you can propose a short call, or you could even do this next piece in Messenger. The goal of this next call is really to do a little bit more discovery. Make sure that the person that you're talking to is really fit for your offer. That they want your offer. They actually have the problem that you're trying to solve, and even just kind of make sure that they might even be looking to solve that problem, right? So if you are promoting a make money online offer, for example, just make sure that they're interested in starting a new side hustle at the very least, right? The offer I was promoting, where I did a lot of this, was to coaches, where I was able to help those coaches offer financing to their clients, as and that was an affiliate program, believe it or not. And I just even talking about what it is that you do and see if that's needed is huge before you start trying to sell. Just to even make sure that that's a fit. And then at the end of that call is where you might put a more serious call to action, which could be getting them on a sales call, getting them to join your group, having them attend a webinar, or whatever. What I've done and what I've seen mostly with Instant Messenger is actually getting them on a call, right? So this isn't a strategy that I would do necessarily as a beginner. I would make sure that you're really pretty comfortable talking about your offer, and that you have some type of, you're just comfortable kind of selling one to one. If you're not, then work on that skill a little bit while you develop this. So how do you transition? How do you transition from, hey, we're having this authentic conversation, to transition about business? So the script might look something like this. Hey, this has been an incredible conversation. I learned such and such about you, or I didn't know that this. Just be genuine about why, if you can. And then you might say something like, I'm on a mission to help people like you uh, achieve X benefit, or whatever. And it certainly seems like you might be a fit because of this and this and this. Would it be appropriate? Do you want to ask for permission? Would it be appropriate to transition and talk about business? That's all you need to ask, and then you can ask for that next step right there. So that is what's worked for me. I probably sold 10 or 20, probably about 15 of the offer I was selling last year, mostly going about this. I did have a few people, just because of the offer I was promoting, that reached out to me because of what was in my profile. So it is important to build that out, but having that profile built out will definitely support you in this messenger conversation. So that that is that is my view on organic marketing, how to do it, what's worked for me. Hope you got some value out of that. And there is just one last section left of today's Freelance Marketing Ninja Show. Get ready to dance. It's time for the beginner tip of the day. All right, this is the beginner tip of the day. This is for you if you're just getting started, if you don't know what to do next, if you have so many different things going on and you're just panicking, and you're not sure what's the most effective use of your time. So this is something that I would recommend after you're kind of past that initial stage of overwhelm, because that hits a lot of people, that they get in, they really start to dive in, and they're like, oh, I know that this is a simple business model, but there's a little bit more to this than just recommending products to people. There's definitely best practices, should we say, right? And technology and funnels and ads and all these things. But the reason I came up with this tip is I was thinking about one of the things that I do all the time, right? I do this all the time, even today, and I have to tell my story, whether I'm doing it in an email, whether I'm writing it into a funnel, whether I'm on a Zoom call and I'm introducing myself to people. I tell my story a lot. And which means that you should start to probably practice that. Practice telling your story, because the better you are at telling your story, the more clear that is in helping people understand that you are where they used to be and you can help them get where they want to go. The more that's going to help you as a marketer, right? It makes you a person, it makes you relatable. So practice telling that story. Start writing it out, start working on it, maybe refining it. It is going to change over, probably will change over time as you get better at telling it. But yeah, that's the beginner tip of the day. Thank you for tuning in to episode number 30. I can't believe we've done 30 of these, but What's the goal? Do you remember? Does anybody know the goal? If you know the goal, drop it in the chat. The goal is to do one of these every day for a year, right? One of these every day for a year, and then let's see what happens. My name's Eric Stephenson, signing off. See you tomorrow on the Freelance Marketing Ninja Show.